Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. Retro's Video Game Finds part 105, and we're picking up this week where we left off last time. As you might remember, last time I said that there was another day of the flea market, which was last Sunday, and I just had too much stuff to show you all in the last video. So this is the stuff I picked up on Sunday, and the difference between Sunday and Saturday was that Saturday I went really early, not super early, but quite early. And I picked up a lot of video games and some board games. Then Sunday I went with a friend, and he's also a fan of board games, and we went more specifically for board games. So we didn't go that early because there are not a lot of people out there looking for board games. Plus I wanted to sleep in a bit, but I still got some great video game stuff which I'll show you after this. But first the board games, and I bought some really cool classics and also some things that just looked really cool. First up is this Cluedo. It's Clue in the English version, and this looks to be one of the earliest versions. It's in great condition and has every piece, every card, all still in great condition. And as you can see from the artwork, this is clearly somewhere from the 70s, maybe early 80s. So then we have Spoke Ship, which means haunted ship. Find the treasure of Captain Bluebeard. And I played this as a kid at a friend's house. That's the reason why I bought this. By the way, all these board games, I didn't pay more than €2 a piece. So if you're into board games, go to flea markets. These are super cheap because they're big. People want to get rid of them, and yeah, they're cool. Then this one is really huge. This is called Ridderstrijd, battle between knights, Knight's Battle or whatever. And just check out what this is in this box. This is a huge mat that covers the playground, and then there's all these kinds of field and knights and horses and armor, and there's just so much of it. It's supposed to be complete, but yeah, I was not gonna check that out at the flea market. It was €1, so if it's not complete I'll just dump it, but it looked too cool to just pass on for €1. Second pile of board games with again some classics, and the Da Vinci Code board game. Bought this because my girlfriend's mother really loves the Da Vinci Code, etc. And the game looked quite interesting. I also read the books, by the way. Good books. The Enchanted Maze game I played as a kid. Then Sea Battle, or Battleships. Battleships is the English word. Zeeslag. This game is amazing. I've evolved quite a good strategy over the years, and can't remember the last time I got beat at this game. And then something I picked up just because it looked crazy. And just check out the inside of the box. Still in great shape, everything. And this is a game, if you check the manual, the licensing says that it's released in 72, so 1972. This game is 40 years old, and it looks amazing. So that's basically the reason why I picked it up. One more pile of board games before we get to the video games. Last pile of board games, and these first two are 999 Games, and that's a really big publisher, and you can compare them to the Konami or Capcom of board games. They also make card games, etc., and these are really cool. Yeah, the games are really special is not the right word, but they are always really innovative. That's the right word. They also published well-known classics like Settlers of Catan and Carcassonne, etc. So Caesar and Cleopatra, another 999 Games game, and in the last video I had a couple of these as well. Then Big Brain Academy, the board game. This is based on the Nintendo DS game. I have the smaller version of this game, the board game, and that's a really fun game, so that's the reason why I picked this one up. And the last one is Mole Mania, which is a really kiddie game, but it's a game that that I played as a kid, and it's quite fun. It's really not hard, and it's basically all about luck, not about skill. But still, I like the game, and it's good to have in the collection. So let's get to the main portion, video games. The first video game item I picked up at the flea market is this GameCube. It's in complete condition, has the cables, etc., 2 controllers and the memory card. And it was quite funny. There was a table full of tools and appliances, or hammers, saws, etc. And he had this one laying there, and I just asked the guy, what do you want for it? And he literally said, son, I have no clue what this thing is, €5 and it's yours. So yeah, thanks. €5 for a good looking GameCube, that's a steal in my opinion. Like in last week's video, these pickups are all random, it's just what I grabbed from the bags that I bought. So this is an ugly case that says Video Game Accessories by Gamester. I'm actually not 100% sure if these bags are empty, because I didn't check. Oh, no, there's a Game Boy Color battery thingy in there. Oh, amplifying glass. On the other side, I do know what's in there, because that's the reason why I bought it. There we go. Game Boy, classic version. No back cover, but I have a couple of spare ones. And then some games with the protector. Kickoff, Pokemon trading card game. This is Pyramids of Ra, Bionic Commando, Mortal Kombat, Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan, and Gauntlet Part 2. Let's see if there's anything else hidden in here. No, it's just the amplifier at the top. So the next thing I'm gonna pick from the bag is a set of Xbox 360 games. As you might know, I don't really collect for the Xbox 360. I have, I think, 10-15 games, and those are all exclusives and some limited editions, etc. The PlayStation 3 has my favor over the Xbox 360. But at a flea market, these were cheap as hell, so that's the reason why I picked them up. Bioshock Steelbook Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops, Gun Valkyrie for the regular Xbox, LA Noire, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and Call of Duty World at War. Like I said, like you know probably, I don't really like these Call of Duty games, but it's good to have a couple around when I have friends over who want to play games and don't like Japanese RPGs or crazy platforming games or whatever. Some more Game Boy stuff I found at another stand. Bart Simpson Escapes from Camp Deadly, 64 in 1, Super Mario Golden Coin, 6 golden coins, and Donkey Kong Land. There also was a complete Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, the classic version, which is mine. Yeah, I'm always doubting, is Mario 3 or Mario 2 my favorite on a Game Boy? Complete in box, Game Boy Advance, the transparent one, 2 PC games, Command & Conquer Deluxe, Command & Conquer Generals Deluxe, and the Warcraft 2 Battle.net edition. This is a Videopak G4700, and this is the Videopak model that comes with the on-off button. That is always a shitty button, as you can see. You have to move it at some certain angle to get it loose, because as you can see, these things, there you go, they suck. But it's still better than a G7000, because the G7000 has no button. You have no clue if the thing is on, so if you can't find the right channel, you're seriously clueless if the thing even works. So they fixed that with the G4700, and that's this model. It also came with a lot of games, so let me show you those. Maybe I was underselling it. It didn't come with a bunch of games, it came with a load of games. First one, loose cartridge plus one plus. So what it is with Videopak Games, I've shown you these before, haven't had them in a while, but basically the games have a number and a different name in like 72,000 different languages. And most of the games are rip-offs of famous other games, like this one, Munchkin, or Hoppelaar as we know him over here, which means like bite guy. And as you can see on the gameplay there, yeah, Pac-Man much? So, let's go through the games. This one is called Laser War. Munchkin, Hoppelaar. Oh, sorry, creating a bit of shade there. It's really dark at this time of day, even though it's in the middle of the day, and so I have to put the lights on. This one is called Play School Mats. Then we have a Labyrinth game, so that's just Labyrinth. Freedom Fighters, Killer Bees, Race, another copy of Race, but this is the cardboard box version, which looks way cooler in my opinion. They should have done all games in that box type. This is Flipper Game, Skiing, 25. Then we have Samurai. Let's put these a bit to the side so we can show the rest. Terrahawks, Chinese Logic. 10 is Golf. Killer, I already showed that one, I think. Or there's a double. Ah, it's double. So, 2 Killer Bees. 15 is Samurai, but then without the front of the box. Stone Sling Catapult. Satellite Attack, 4 in a row with a sad RoboCat. Yeah, why, I don't know. Race, and another copy of Race. Then we have Electronic Table Football, another copy of Munchkin, Terrahawks, Laser War. This is actually one of the most famous games of this console, Pickaxe Pete. And there's another Munchkin, which is dirt common. This is the last pile of stuff that I found at this flea market, so you can imagine how big that flea market was. There were a lot of other video game collectors out there, video game traders, etc. And still I managed to find these heaps and heaps of games for good prices, and even some rare ones like the Mortal Kombat 3 for the Game Gear that I showed in the last video, and complete Game Boys in good condition, etc. So, Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the PlayStation 1, Half-Life for the PC, ToeJam and Earl Part 3, Mission to Earth for the Xbox, and call me stupid, but I had never heard of this game before. I know ToeJam and Earl Panic on Funkatron on the Sega Mega Drive, but I did not know there was a Sega Xbox One version. So this is a really cool addition to my collection, and like I said last time, I usually don't find stuff on flea markets that I don't have or I'm looking for, and this one is definitely going up in the old collection. Then Death Rally for the PC, and this is just one of the coolest racing games out there. It's by Apogee, really old school PC company, like they did Commander Keen and the first Duke Nukems, etc. And yeah, sorry there's no gameplay on this, because I want to show you how cool this game is. Neverwinter Nights 3-pack, which is Neverwinter Nights with the 2 expansions, Shadows of Undrentide and Horrors of the Underdark, still sealed. Then Far Cry, Fear, Perseus Mandate, which is an expansion pack for the PlayStation 3, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi Part 3. The last one is a big box PC game called Harvester. So, let's get to regular finds. This was traded in for some Super Nintendo games, and they're nice additions to my 3DS collection, which is not that big yet. Sonic Generations, which I haven't played yet, but I heard that this is actually a good Sonic game, which would be the first in years. And Super Street Fighter 4 3D edition. Yeah, I'd like to see Street Fighter 4 on the PlayStation 3, so curious to see how that looks in 3D. Then for the Sega Mega Drive, James Pond 2 and Tailspin. And this is actually a lot different than the NES version of Tailspin, didn't know that. It's been a while since I've had a big haul of Mega Drive games, but yeah, I've hit a big haul again. So let's start with a Mega Key 2, and that's to play Japanese Mega Drive games or Genesis games on your European Mega Drive. And it comes in handy because this set has quite a few Genesis games. So here we have Golden Axe 2, great beat 'em up game of course, Road Rash, Desert Strike Return to the Gulf, Theme Park, Jungle Strike, Asterix and the Great Rescue, Elysia Dragoon, King of the Monsters, Urban Strike, this sequel, oh, that's another Urban Strike, I think one is Genesis, one is Mega Drive. And then we have Klax and Virtua Fighter Part 2. Then the second pile we have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and this is a Genesis one. Same goes for Fatal Fury here. Then we have Aladdin, Echo the Dolphin, Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare, Batman Forever, all Genesis. Then for the Mega Drive, Sonic Part 1, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Dynamite Duke, The Lion King. Lion King and Aladdin are two of the best Disney games on the 16-bit platforms in my opinion. And VR Troopers and B.O.B. And that means by Grey Matter. Oh, no, that's not what B.O.B. means. Not sure what Bob means. If you do know, reply. The last pile starts with the Dual Test Drive Part 2, but this is in an X-Rental box as you can see. Then McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, and last time I had this I decided to keep it for my own collection because you guys told me it was a great platforming game. So I listened to you guys and put it in my collection, but this is a spare copy. Talmad's Adventure, Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat Part 3, Dick Tracy, Toy Story, Marco's Magic Football. This is probably one of those pirate cartridges. Let's see. Yeah, that's definitely a pirate cartridge. FIFA Soccer 96, Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition, B-Mini Run, And last one is another version of Klax, but then the Genesis version. So we've made it to the grand finale of this video. Sorry for my voice at the moment, but I had a long weekend with friends and yeah, my voice kind of hurts. So, The Punisher for the Game Boy, quite a rare game. I didn't have in my collection. It has an appearance by Spider-Man. From the back of the box it looks like a Contra type run and gun game, but I can't say that I've played it as a kid, so I'm gonna try that one out. Then 2 beta discs for the PlayStation 2, might have more incoming. One of these is Ratchet & Clank 3, and I know someone that's a big Ratchet & Clank collector, and probably gonna trade that with that person, because I don't collect these beta discs. I have a couple more for the PlayStation 1, I believe, gold discs. Then there's another one. This one is Killzone, Dutch product. For the Sega we have Phelios, which is a shoot 'em up game, and as you probably know, I want to have every single shoot 'em up game out there because I love them, and that's another one for the collection. Then StarCraft Broad War complete big box sealed. That's the reason for me buying it, because it's sealed. And then something I was looking for a long time. You've probably heard me say that a couple of times, because I've had a few Jazz Jackrabbit games over the last few weeks, and this is finally part 1, big box complete, also sealed. I don't really need it sealed for my collection, but I'm not going to open it, so I'm going to keep it sealed. This is the first Jazz Jackrabbit game. It looks quite a lot different than the other two, and this is not one I played a lot as a kid, but I just want to have the full set for my collection. Then there's another big box PC game, a bigger box. It's the Dungeon Keeper Collector's Edition. It has Dungeon Keeper, Deeper Dungeons, and a soundtrack CD. And then the last 2 things I have for this week is a set of 2 different 3DS products. First we have the 3DS XL Zelda Link Between Worlds Edition that came out this week. If you want to see an unboxing, check out the channel, posted that on Thursday I believe. And then there's the Zelda 25th Anniversary 3DS Limited Edition with the Ocarina of Time 3D. I already had this console, didn't have it in box, so now I have a complete in box version and a spare console that I can sell or trade. Basically why I wanted this one is just because it looks really cool, because I'm not going to use that one anymore if I already have this. The thing is, this is a 3DS XL. Check out how big the box is compared to a 3DS. This is ridiculous. Nintendo did not do a good job in my opinion by removing the AC adapter, and yeah, it's just stupid. You buy a console, there's no adapter. How retarded is that? If I didn't already have a 3DS and I didn't know, because I honestly did not know there was no adapter with this set, I would be stuck with a console that I can play for 8 hours and then, yeah, go buy an adapter. So if you want to see what's in here, check out the unboxing video, and I'm also going to do an unboxing video of this one, so that will be up in the channel later. That was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like me on facebook.com/drretromd, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.